What's up, you guys? It's InDuStreet with Tina B and Mr. Outley. What up, Joe? Where he at? No, how about that? Well, he'll be here in 2 shakes and a whistle. How y'all doing? It is Tuesday. Y'all know how we do. We do this every week from 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because, you know, we everywhere. So we have to put that out there. We got some great guests in the building today. Got Miss Lisa Britt. She has been in the Essence magazine. She has been on TV speaking about HIV and I think supporting AIDS Day, walks, and different things like that. So she's going to be on here educating us today about the importance of getting those HIV tests and finding out your status. And we also have Miss Kristen that's going to come on later that's talking. She is a spoken word artist that I found on YouTube. And I reached out to her and asked her would she be on the show. She's going to actually call in. So she will be calling in a little bit as well. But we got a lot going on. Of course, my co-host, Mr. Outley, he'll be back shortly. He had to run out for a quick second, but he'll be back in a minute. And I just want to talk a little bit about, I have the importance of going for what you want to do, regardless of what people may think. What may seem small to some people can actually become big. And I say that to say that because I shoot movies, and I shoot my movies with my camera phone. And a lot of times when I started doing that, some people didn't understand with your camera phone, you know, what kind of equipment you got, what kind of editing system you got. And I had to explain that, no, it's just a cell phone, and I have an edit program on my cell phone that I shoot a lot of these movies with. And if I would have sat back and waited until I can get, you know, big, huge cameras like they used back in the day, which, you know, time changes, like things change. So people don't use those big old cameras like they used to back in the day. But if I would have waited for that, I would have never had that accomplishment right there, for one. But I would have never did anything. I would have been dragging my feet and waiting around. And now here I am taking and shooting movies with my camera phone and sending them into different film festivals and actually winning film festivals with my camera phone. So you just have to go for what you have. Use what you have to make it work for you. Don't wait for anyone to tell you any different. Hey, that'll work. Don't let anyone tell you any different. Come on, co-host. Let me take a quick second for him to get in this screen, because I'm going to tell them he had on a blue shirt, and you can't wear blue in this studio. So you got to rock that TLA. That's a good one.
Now, can we start over?
Of course we can start over. Can I get my keys?
First of all, you know, I'm going to let you start over.
Oh, my goodness. Thank you.
If you are just tuning in,
you tuned in to the ATL's hottest online show. It's InDuStreet with Tina B.
Mr. Ali, what up, Joe?
So I would just tell them that you have to use what you have. You don't have to wait for anybody. You know what? What?
No, I'm just laughing because my little wardrobe malfunction.
Yeah. It was either you gonna be sitting here disappearing, or
with a tank top on.
Oh, you had a tank top on in your shirt? You should have bought the tank top. We could have got some more views. What's up?
Okay, now I might be a little cute, but I ain't that cute now. But I appreciate it though.
Yeah, but I was just telling the people that you have to use what you got to make it work, to do, you know, work for you. Like I was saying with my camera phone, shooting movies. If I would have waited for people to say, "Oh, what are you using?" You know, and I say, "I'm using my camera phone," and they kind of look at me funny instead of big cameras and, you know, what people are used to back in the day. Remember they had the big motion cameras and all that type of stuff, but now everything is so compact, and, you know, and I was saying if I would have waited, I wouldn't have had these movies in film festivals and winning film festivals and stuff like that. If I would have said, okay, I'll just wait and save up my money and buy this type of equipment. You know what I mean? So I was just saying, don't wait. Go ahead and use what you have to make it happen.
And fortunately, technology has advanced to where people are doing whole shows off of their iPhone. So I commend you.
Droid. I don't have an iPhone.
I'm sorry.
Don't do that.
Android. I'm Android all day. So, congratulations on the short films.
Thank you.
Winning awards.
Thank you.
Yes.
Shout out to Kiki Wakita Lewis and Michael for the film I Got That Fire, which won a silver award. And then also Got That Fire, just got that message this morning, won again for a short film award for best silent movie over everybody.
Who does that though? A silent movie
with a camera phone. So they won, and Uber Love is up for an award for Independent Short Awards in LA. So I'm excited about that.
And it's another one. Tell them about the other
one. Savannah, that he is a spoken word artist. So I shot a movie with his words and what we call it,
poetry and film.
Poetry and film, and he is. They have best mobile work, but best mobile film.
Yes.
He's in the running for best mobile film for Savannah, so that's in the making as well.
Well, shout out to you for shooting it, my co-star Brenda Dubon.
Yeah.
I think the thing that I'm most proud of is the fact that because it's a film and just the writing part of it, like being able to tell a story. Mm-hmm. Because even though it's on the film, it still tells a story. So I was just proud of, just the way the gift came out with the pen and the pad. So that's
how
something
we brought
new.
it to life. It was.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something new though. That's something different.
It is.
Comedians do it and make a joke out of, like I seen Kevin Hart do it. Yep. I think it was. Mm-hmm. But I haven't seen poetry come to life.
Now I've seen spoken word artists and poets like do videos before. I've seen that, but I'll be
a movie like that.
Of course, and definitely not like that. But I've seen them do like videos for like a piece that they have.
Yeah.
But to actually have something like that, it's I
haven't seen that, so
I'm proud of that.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, it came out really good. So I appreciate you the words, inspiration to bring that to life. And speaking of, we shot a movie over the weekend called Slim Thick.
We did.
Starring him and Miss Kimberly.
My first lead role as an actor.
From Love and Hips and me as
I was acting.
the slim part. But the slim part. Oh man, I'm still editing it. Man, let me tell you, I don't want to edit nothing. Like it's so good. I told him it'll be like 5 or 6 minutes.
You said 4 or 5 minutes or something like that. I'm like, no, it ain't.
That thing was like 30 minutes. I was like, I done got it down to at least 12 right now.
But the 12 is good though.
12 is good, but I'm just saying I didn't even want it to be 12 though.
But
it's so much stuff.
Right, because of the story that's being told.
Oh, I want to make it a series. You cool with that?
If I could star in it.
The series is you. It's about.
You see what I did, Kush? See what I did there? I was trying to put my name in the pot. I ain't know if you was Shout out to the people in the back.
Okay, so a series is continuation of where the story is,
I know
sir.
that part.
Yeah, you are new. I
never act before.
I was thinking about it today because the way it ends, people gonna be like, so what happened? You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we can keep it moving if you want to keep it going.
You gonna ask me in front of the company? Mm-hmm. In front of all these people that's watching? Mm-hmm. Well,
and Kimberly, I gotta ask Kimberly too because she a part of it too. But
Slim Thick, the series.
Slim Thick, the series. And shout out to Kevin with that fire poster. That was dope. I appreciate that. Kevin, he's been around our stage play for helping us out behind the scenes, and now he is actually a part of the stage play. He played Kayvon's husband in the play, so The Shell of a Man. So, but he was telling me, he said, hey, you got somebody to do your flyers and posters, and, so I'm like, nah, I mean, I know people, but not nobody on staff, you know what I mean? Right. So he was like, well, then you ain't got to worry about that no more. I got you. I'm like, cool.
You said on staff. Sounding all director-ish. You see how they get Kush? Then they start to win little awards.
Whoa, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it, Kush.
Ava DuVernay-ish.
Come on now.
Here. Yeah, I did that.
I'm real Ava-ish. Ava-ish.
Shout out to Kimberly, who played my co-star. She definitely made it fun for me.
Yeah, that was good.
That
was really good. It was a certain scene. I just let it keep rolling. I was like,
because I'm like, is she gonna
they
say
was
cut?
like, you gonna say?
I'm like, is she gonna say cut? Like, when is cut coming? And I'm just waiting there like.
Oh, if you didn't know, it's the sex scene.
I'm like,
so I was like,
I
was like,
what we doing? Cut? No. Okay, let's carry on.
like he really cared if I said cut.
Hey, listen.
Stop.
I was in character at that moment, okay? But I was doing my job as directed by the director.
I didn't say do all that though.
Yes, you did. See how we get in front of company? See,
Just playing. Anyway, y'all, we got some great guests coming in the building and talk to us. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna come back with our first guest. So make sure y'all stick around and have some fun with us. It's In the Street with Tina B.
I'm sorry. The award-winning
ATL's hottest online show, In the Street with Tina B.
Miss Dowley, what up, Joe?
We'll be right back. Hello, tell them a key. Hi, my name is Tina B with the Lingdale Agency, TLA. It's an agency for men and women ages 40 and over. And this is your opportunity to be a part of this amazing agency. Teach runway class where we teach them different turns, how to walk, straight walk, couture walk. And I have classes once a month or every other month, depending on the venue. And it's
Kayvon Hill, and I am with TLA, Ages Beauties Over 40. What I like most about TLA is the acting part of it, that we get the opportunity to be able to get out there and be seen and be able to network with all kinds of people here in the ATL and abroad. I hope that you too will want to join TLA. Tina Bridges is the best.
I have models, I have artists, I have comedians and poets. We have a magazine called Vogue Ageless Beauty Magazine, and we also do runway, red carpet events, hosts, and so much more. So you want to be a part of this agency? Email me, ababtlb@gmail.com or Instagram at TLAMGMT. And like my shirt say, we stay working. What's up, you guys? It's In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Ali, what up, Joe?
And we are back. If you just tuned in,
We are.
you tuned in to ATL's hottest online show.
You better say it. Yeah. You better recognize Saga.
You don't call him out.
I called
He
him
did
out.
call us out at the fashion show, though,
Sure
didn't he?
did.
To my, I've been, all this time, but I had to give it over to them. And like he gave it to us, we took it. We took it.
Tell him one more again.
We took it. Shout out to the producer in the back, that boy, Kush.
Always holding it down for us.
Always. But this is how we doing it. We waiting on our first guest to call in. She'll call in a second. She was trying to just now see which. I don't know why the phone be doing it. Sometimes you have to press like a 1 or 2 or something like that. Hey.
And there we have it.
Walla la la la. What's up, In the Street with Tina B?
Mr. Ali, what up, Joe?
Hello.
Hey, Tina.
Hey, Kendall.
Hey, Kendall.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm sorry I was having a problem. Didn't know which option to pick.
Oh, that's okay. That's what's up.
Hi, Kendall.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm good.
Do you know that guy? He said he know you from different events.
Who is that?
My
Mr.
name
Outley.
is Mr. Outley.
Oh, yeah. I remember you.
Yeah, see? Because I'm not rememberable, actually, but yeah, now she remember me.
Yeah.
But yeah.
From P3 or something?
Yeah, she did a P3 with us one year.
Oh, okay. Cool beans. Well, tell everybody who you are. Wait, first of all, let me go back. I seen you on Instagram, and you always throw out some spoken word sometimes, and about your is that your wife?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, about your wife, and I think it's so beautiful, and I'd be like, oh, this is so beautiful. So I'm sitting on the other side, just like, oh, this is so dope. She is so dope. So
Thank you.
you was saying you was doing some. I think you just posted like a week ago or something about just getting out there more, and people like you need to do this and that. So that's when I hit you up, like, hey, be on our show. So thank you
Yeah,
for
I
being on the show.
haven't performed since um, May of last year. I was like booked every month, and then May it just got real quiet. So I was like, okay, I guess I need to get a job.
I heard that. Right.
I do have a question for you. If I'm not mistaken, didn't you participate in Black Girls Rock?
Yep, I was on the commercial with Queen Latifah and some other young ladies.
How was
Oh,
that
cool.
experience?
I think that was probably the best experience I've ever had. And you know what? When I was submitting for the casting call, I didn't know, and maybe it's just my ignorance because I was used to doing background acting. So, they tell you to bring 3 or 4 outfits.
Yeah.
You do your own makeup. And so I really did not know it was that big. So when they said, okay, you've been picked out of I don't know how many hundreds of women, I was excited. And so they said, okay, come, bring a couple of outfits, whatever. So, I went like I would if I was doing background acting. And didn't even know who the people was. I know it was a lady sitting at the table. I remember seeing her on BET. I don't remember none of people's names, but I remember there was 3 very important people at this table.
Yeah.
And we had to audition or whatever, and all the women came in there, and they was just all, looking all... extra,
Yeah.
supermodel-ish and
Right.
stuff. And I'm sitting over there with a suit on. I said, oh, man, these people ain't going to pick me. They ain't even going to see me because this girl came in there and she had a crop top on. Her belly button was out. And she had on her stilettos. I said, oh, yeah, I'm not getting picked. Not at all. Sat down in there, and anyway, they picked me with, I think it was 10 of us. And so I was shocked. Went in there, didn't even know that the guy who was over it was Solange's husband.
Oh, wow.
And he picked me, and I didn't even know that's who he was for 4 hours. I've been talking to this man. Till somebody told me, that's Solange's husband. I said, what? Yeah, it was too much. It was very overwhelming. Like when I came home, I couldn't even sleep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was a lot. Queen Latifah was there, and she was saying she liked my outfit, she liked my shoes, and I was like, oh my God. It was just...
She is so beautiful in person.
She really is. She really
is.
got on the earth.
Yes, she is so beautiful in person.
When I saw you in it, I got excited for you. I was like, oh, I know her.
For real?
Yeah. I
That
know
is
who
so
that
cool.
is. So anytime you see somebody, doing things on a grand scale, and you actually had the opportunity to be around them before and see them perform. I was like, you know what, that's good. It was actually motivating. So congratulations on that.
Well,
Yeah,
thank you.
absolutely. So, so what do you normally perform at? I guess where do you normally perform?
Really anywhere. I mean, when I've just been here for 3 years. Well, I came down here July 2015. And so I didn't know anything about the poetry scene, and I had already made a name for myself in Oklahoma City, but I knew when I came down here, these people didn't know nothing about me. So I was just doing all the open mics. I did Hodgepodge, Cass Cafe, Apache Cafe. I went all the cafes. I was there.
You're right.
And, you had to sign up, pay your money, pay your dues, and until so I did that for a while until the people started, calling me to book me.
Okay.
So I haven't done any open mics since in a very long time, in 2 or 3 years. I told them I'm not performing for free. If you need me to come.
Yeah, you got the bail on that one. He hit it hard too.
I'm performing for free. If you want somebody that's doing this for a hobby, then call them and they'll come do it. But it's gonna cost me $25, $30 to get there and back, an hour drive, and my time. So no, I'm not doing it.
Please say that one more time for me. Can you just repeat? That was gospel that you just said. I mean, I can't think of a verse, but I'm gonna name that something. Portulations, something.
I understand that when you first, when you new into the city or whatever, you gotta pay your dues. You gotta pay, and and you pay to get in and sign up for these open mics. And I don't look down on them at all. You got to start somewhere. And like I said, I had already made a name for myself in one state, but people in Atlanta didn't know me from Adam. So I said, okay, I'm starting all the way over, signing up for open mics, getting up there, doing my little 3 minutes and sitting down. And so, and I did that. I did every cafe I went. I was, mapping everything out, going to places late at night by myself, parking in alleys, don't know nothing about Georgia.
Right.
Yeah, just trying to get my name out there. And once my name got out there and I started getting booked, then I said, I'm not performing for free no more. And I've been getting hit up this year, starting this year, actually January, 3 times somebody's hit me up to come perform. Hey, we would love for you to come to our open mic. And I said, well, thank you for the invitation, but I don't do open mic. I only perform for, when I'm booked. So let me know what's in your budget, and get back with me, because I'm not driving 45 minutes there and 45 minutes back to do a poem for 3 minutes. No.
Now let me ask you: if you say you just out to dinner and they happen to have open mic, would you get up?
Here's the thing. This is what's so weird about me is I'm not a poetry fanatic. Like most poets, on date night, they go hear poetry. And they read poetry books. They study poetry. They watch all the YouTubes. I don't.
Got you.
So I couldn't even tell you a poet's poem. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's just, I wouldn't say I'm not passionate about poetry. I'm passionate about getting my message across. It just so happened that if I make it rhyme, people listen. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like telling a story to a kid.
Wow.
You got to rhyme and you got to sing it to them for them to listen. And I think a lot of it probably got something to do with, I didn't start talking till I was 5 years old. My mama said I talked till I was 5. So I don't know what was wrong with me. Yeah, but now poetry, it just found me. It fell in my lap. But it's never been like, I don't even know if people think of me when they think of poetry. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Because I don't do slam, even though I've won like 3 of them, but I'm not a slam poet. I don't like to do competitions. I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I say that all the time. I like the open mics. For me, it was the same thing. It was me kind of just working on my craft. If I have something new, it's kind of like a comedian. You got some jokes, you want to go and try it out just to see how it goes over. And I'm not saying I wouldn't go to an open mic, but I think I've put in enough work to where I can.
You don't have to.
Yeah, because I do open mic at home. I practice in front of the mirror all of the time with the microphone and the speaker on. So I think the open mic is cool, but I think at a certain point you have to, it's levels.
Yeah, it is levels. And what happened with me was after I did the Black Girls Rock, my price went up. And after I did Black Girls Rock, people stopped calling me, which was funny because the people who were calling me here in Atlanta to do the cafes, they was booking me all the time. When I did Black Girls Rock, nobody called me.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead and tell her why.
Oh, because they feel like you got a price on you now. Because you did that, you're above Cat's Cafe in different places. Like not saying that, but they feel it right. But they feel as if you are. If you to that level now, they know they got to pay you. And if they don't have a budget, I'm not even gonna call her. So that's why your phone not ringing. That's like what Taraji said about winning a Grammy. No, her phone wasn't ringing after she won the Grammy. Because it was
that's what happened. It shocked the crap out of me. I said, you know what? Nobody has called me.
The Oscar, I should say. What's the movie one?
The Oscar?
Yeah, nobody was calling her when she got nominated. So it's people figure your price tag went up.
And then there's a flip side of that coin, because those who want you, they will pay for you if they want you.
They really will, because I had somebody
you
call me to come do 3 poems for $600. And a full flight. And a hotel room.
Oh, wow.
And after that was my last show.
Yeah.
After that, I said, I'd not ever performed for less than $600. Because these people, but what's so funny was I told the woman 300,
Mm-hmm.
and she said, "Oh no, I'm gonna pay you 6."
Oh, wow.
So I said, "Oh, you know, like maybe I'm not appreciating myself."
Right. Right.
Because I was really thinking 300 was too much.
Right.
Yeah.
That is
so
crazy.
after that, I haven't performed since.
Yeah. Yeah.
If nobody gonna treat me like that, not saying that they gotta pay me $600, because obviously I'll take less than that.
Yeah.
But they treated me right. I mean, picked me up in the car, took me straight to eat, had me a hotel, had everything in place, had me a table for my books. They treated me right.
Wow. And let
I
you
didn't
sell
pay-
too? Wait.
Babe, we went to a restaurant, sat at the bar, had drinks, had steak. I did not spend $5 at a steak, not
Wow.
$5. And they paid for my luggage to be my baggage.
Yeah.
It shows
Yeah.
it
Wow.
shows a level of respect not that they have not only for you but your craft as well.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
I can say a lot of people don't value it the same.
What? Yeah.
Like you would pay a DJ, but then the poets, you don't look at them the same way. So I think we as poets have to establish that, like, hey, if you want it, you're gonna have to pay for it. If not, fine. And then as a poet, you got to be willing to say, you know what, I'm good.
That's true. And a lot of
The
people
last
not.
people that have reached out to me, I told them what my price was, and they was like, okay, thanks for the information. And I knew when I was done with the conversation, I would never hear from them again.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, any poet or anybody who takes themselves seriously is going to charge you, or you're going to get exactly what you're paying for. You want to pay somebody $20,
I'm about to throw
you're
the whole
going to get a
bill.
$20 poet.
I'm about to throw the whole bill.
But you know what? Earlier in the show, I was telling people, you have to use what you have to make it, right? So what you said, I like what you said earlier. Is like, I did open mics to get out there so people can know me. And that's true. And a lot of people don't even want to do that. They want to come out the gate charging. And it's like, don't nobody even know what you can do. So you got to show people what you can do in order to start charging people. Then, they can see your value.
You got to pay your dues. And when I was in Oklahoma City, for the first 2 years, I performed for free.
Yeah.
2 years.
Yeah.
And then I was the Christian poet. I'm all doing all churches and stuff, so I was really in the church and all of that. So I would only do church stuff. And then, they got what you call secular events. So I wouldn't even do the clubs or anything outside of church or a Christian event. I was the church poet. So every time I would go to a church to do like their Easter program or women's conference, somebody in the audience would ask me, hey, can you come to my church? We having a mother-daughter tea. I do that. Go over there.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm having something and so I had a business cards, and then boom, 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 I start charging after 2 years. So I paid dues for 2 years. I will not perform for free no more.
Right.
Unless it's,
Yeah, because I was getting ready to say, can you say something
Yeah.
now? But, how much, I can strap you something, Kendall. Okay, dang. Golly.
How much for one reel?
I mean, dang, Kendall, can you say my name in a poetic speaking? Yeah,
But I'm so glad that you said everything that you said, because I've been saying this to Tina for I don't know how long, that's how it really should be. And especially if you put the work in and you've been grinding. I mean, when I got paid for the first time, I was like, you mean to tell me this little gift with these words, people actually go pay to hear what I got to say?
right.
And they listening? I said, okay.
Yeah, it's like
I know the first time I got paid, it was like $30, and I thought I was doing something.
I think mine was
I was like, wait,
50.
$30.
Yeah.
You actually was, because like he just said, it's somebody who paying to hear your words. Your words. You know what I'm saying? So that's cool, though, for real. So we're going to have to get you booked, Kendall. Tell them how to find you and book it. Because y'all can go on her page and she, spit some rhymes, spit some, what you call it? Spit some what? What y'all call it in the poetic world?
Some poetry.
Poetry, bars, what
Spit some
whatnot.
bars on her page, y'all. So tell them how to find you.
You can find me on Facebook or Twitter is Kendall S. Turner. You can inbox me or email me at contact@kendallsturner.com.
Can you say that one more time? I'm sorry. He was playing with his
You
phone.
can find me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Kendall S. Turner.
Oh, okay. Instagram too. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we appreciate you calling in for real and taking the time out.
Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
And when you get booked, let us know. We'll come out and support you.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Enjoy your night.
Bye-bye.
So that's cool. The power of Instagram, I tell you. I use it. I let them use it.
And it was just so ironic when I saw you post a flyer saying that she was going to be a guest on the show. I was like, I know her.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I love to see people win.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool when you know somebody started grinding or whatever.
I love to see
it's like
people win.
It's a young lady that's on Tyler Perry TV show Sisters. I think it's Sisters or something like that. Yeah, and I used to see her grind out a lot just on Independent World, doing movies and stuff like that, and to see her on Tyler Perry projects is pretty cool. And Travis, he's on there too on Sisters. So just to see them, that's pretty cool. But we're going to take another quick break, and then we're going to have Miss Lisa Britt come up and talk to us.
Yeah.
Get us into some information. Yes.
But like that, though?
Yes, because it's needed.
We're
with
gonna get some information. I'm not going to use the T, but we're going to get some information.
All right. We'll be right back with more of In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Outley, what up, Joe?
Stay tuned.
Hello, tell them a key.
What's up, you guys? It's In the Street with Tina B.
Mr. Outley, what up, Joe?
And we are back.
We are.
We have our in-studio guest,
We do.
Miss Lisa Britt.
Hey, Lisa.
Hey.
Hey, Lisa. Lisa has been in the Essence magazine. She's also been on, what was the other
New
show?
York Times newspaper. Been on a Ricky Smiley show for World AIDS Day. And I had my own radio show on Love 860 AM a couple years ago.
What was the name of that show?
Butterfly Girls.
Butterfly Girls.
Yep.
Got you. So tell everybody, what do you do?
Okay, well, I'm an advocate for HIV and AIDS. I do motivational speaking and counseling to people who are newly diagnosed, and also people, who've been diagnosed for a minute and just don't know how to get out and speak.
And you are HIV positive?
I am HIV positive since
And how long?
2003.
2003.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And what do you do? Do you take medicine every day, or what is your everyday process?
Okay, as far as the medication, they really prefer people to start taking meds like when they're 200 or below.
What's 200? What
Which
does
is
that mean?
considered when your T cells are 200 or below, which is your white blood cells. They're the ones that help fight off the infections that try and invade your body and stuff. And once you're considered 200 or below, that's considered full-blown AIDS, and they want you to have that. But the CDC, a few years ago, before I stopped working at the Cobb County Board of Health, they said if you're in a relationship, male or female or whatever, one's negative is one's positive, and even no matter what your T cell counts are, they would like for the person that's positive to go ahead and start taking the meds, so to stop the transmission to the other partner who's HIV negative. And so when mine got down to like 600, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start taking it. Because why should I wait until it get to that stage of AIDS?
Now, T cells, isn't that with diabetics too?
I don't, probably so, but I'm really not educated too much on that. I just know the T cells are the white blood cells in your body that help fight off different infections.
So couldn't that be like for what is it? I went blank. Cancer and
your
leukemia
T-cells.
and right. So
Yeah.
it's kind of
Your
the same
immune system
immune system.
Yeah, your immune system is so weak that it's like, for instance, for cancer patients, they want them to start taking the treatments, whether it's radiation or chemo. But for people who are diagnosed with AIDS, they want them to be on the meds.
Got you, because their T cells are very low,
Oh,
right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Now, one thing that you really, I was very shocked about is that you said you didn't have any symptoms before you found out.
Right.
You found out because of the guy.
Yeah, my ex-boyfriend at the time, back in 2003, went to jail, and when you go to jail, they test you, and they tested him for HIV and found out he was positive. And they was like, okay, well, since you're HIV positive, you need to call all of your sexual partners. Come to find out, he only called me. And when he called me, he said he had something to tell me, but he couldn't get it out. He was so hesitant. And I'm like, okay, well, who let you use this office phone? It wasn't a pay phone. Because when you're in jail, you call from a pay phone. You call collect, right? So I'm like, how you get special privileges to call from office phone? So he was like, well, the officer let me call you so I can tell you something. I said, well, just put the officer on the phone, because I could tell he was hesitant. The officer get on the phone and said, Lisa, so-and-so just been tested positive for HIV, and we let him call his sexual partners to get tested, let them know, and to go get tested. So I knew what I had to do. And when he put him back on the phone, he was like, and this was, quote, yeah, they found traces. Now, I knew at the time there's no such thing as finding traces. It's either you got it or you don't. It's either you're pregnant or you're not. And I already knew what I had to do was go get tested.
Right.
And
but until that time, you had no symptoms.
I had no symptoms.
That's
I didn't have no
crazy. So
fever,
it's people
no
walking
flu.
around that do not know they have HIV.
Right, exactly.
Wow.
Thousands of people.
Wow.
Probably
That's-
millions of people that have it.
If you don't go get tested, you just don't know.
You don't know, right, exactly. And if you know that you're having unprotected sex and you go get tested and it comes back negative, that doesn't mean that you don't have it. It's like a window period. So it's like, you have unprotected sex, no matter if it's one person or more than one, go get tested. But your best bet, stop having unprotected sex. Because you don't know what that person have. They don't know what you have. They don't know who you've been with.
But in your case, the condom broke. Yes?
Yes.
So you can be protected or going in protected. And
But see, the thing is, the condom broke on something totally different on my husband now. When I was with this person, my ex-boyfriend, after he got out of jail, I found out he was cheating on me with 2 other teenagers. And come to find out later on, the teenagers came up positive too. And I tried to warn him. I did.
You
I
did?
let him- yes. I told him that I was positive. He was positive. And at the time, I was stupid. And I admit it. Leave my man alone. And then I found out later on, after going through all hard stuff with him, he didn't love me. He didn't love the other girls. He was just going around sleeping with anybody.
so so jail kind of helped him to stop him from everybody else, basically, because he probably would have kept doing it if he didn't go to jail, if they didn't test him.
The look on her face.
What?
says
I
different.
know. What's
We need an hour on this.
Oh my goodness.
No, he continued to have unprotected sex with other women. I already know this. I've talked to the other women. One of them is his baby mama, who he's had babies by. And
So once he got out, he still
once he
continued.
got out, he still continued.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because I found out that he had a baby by another girl, and we was frickering, and then eventually we was like, why are we doing this? It's him. It's him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Did you
we
just say frickering? I just want to make sure I heard that word right. You said frickering.
I'm country. After we had our differences, like you leave him alone. No, you leave him alone.
Right.
He'll
When
be over
y'all
your
up there
house and he'll
fighting
be I'm like,
over something.
over.
That's put
Yeah.
y'all in deaf ears.
Exactly.
Now, what really got me was your husband. Now, you met him, and he didn't care. If you
Yeah,
had
to a certain
extent.
extent. When I met him, it's funny. I met him in Atlanta. He was walking down the street. He had his construction uniform on. I was like, oh my God, he is fine.
You pulled over?
Oh,
Yes,
wait
I
a
did.
minute!
Yes, I did.
Fellas, if she not pulling over to say something to you,
Throw it home.
I ain't gonna say throw a whole woman with it. That ain't what we doing. But I'm just saying you might want to just move her away from you.
But I mean, I was bold like that, and I always been bold. I got that John Marshall blood in me. That's my dad.
What's your sign?
I'm a Leo.
Of
well,
course.
there you go.
I'm not surprised.
And then,
I'm not surprised, Leos.
Throwing fire signs.
kind of find out my husband's, a Leo. But yeah, I was bold like that. I was like, I would like to have your number. And and so he gave me his number. I gave him mine. And then when we first met up, I told him as soon as we met that I'm HIV positive. And I said, because I believe that once you find out you're HIV positive or AIDS positive, you need to let your sexual partner know if you haven't told them already that you're positive, and that gives them the opportunity to decide if they want to be with you or not.
You're right.
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people, they can't do that, especially when they first been diagnosed. They don't want to tell nobody. The shame, the guilt, depression, all that comes on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because of the simple fact too that if you tell this person and it don't work out, now you got to tell another person and that don't work out. You got to tell it just keeps moving. That you got to keep telling these people. So
Exactly.
a lot of time people keep it a secret because they don't
Yeah.
want to keep doing that same
Exactly.
flow. You got a question?
I have a question. What do you think is one of the biggest misconceptions people have about HIV, being HIV positive?
That you can get it by hugging. You can get
People
it by
still
kissing.
think that?
You can get it by shaking hands. Yeah. You can get it by sitting in the same seat, the toilet seat, using a cup, same you can't get it like that. No. You cannot
What
get it
is
like
the
that.
transmittal of it?
You can get it from having unprotected sex with someone who's
So
positive.
it's like
they have a
fluid.
lot of the viral load in their body, which is the virus. That's what the viral load is. Sharing drug needles. Now they say you can't, but when I was first diagnosed in 2003, they said you can't breastfeed. Your baby,
yeah.
because of the antibodies in the milk and things like that. But I've heard a lot of ladies say that they breastfed and their child was fine. It's crazy.
And you also had a child while married
Yes,
with HIV positive,
yes,
and she's clear,
she's negative.
negative.
Yeah, when I told my husband, of course, he was like, okay, well, I know I got to use condoms. Because he did go to school for nursing, so he already was educated on it. And so one particular time, this is PG or rated R or what is this?
It's well, we have to put a rated thing.
Okay.
How dirty you finna get?
Go and say it.
ain't gonna get too-
Kush gave a thumbs up. Go
Oh,
ahead.
go
say it.
ahead,
Oh,
go ahead.
okay.
Okay, well, that's out.
Well, basically, when you're having protected sex, like using a condom, a man using a condom in a woman, and after that man has came into the condom, the condom started getting loose. And so instead of him taking it out, and if he's still hard and put it back on, he kept going. And when he finally pulled out, the condom didn't come back out with him. It was stuck in me. That's how I wound up getting pregnant with my girl.
Wow.
Your precious baby over there.
So basically it got good to him.
Yeah.
He was like, I'm going to just lay here.
Yeah.
I'll lay here.
And keep stroking.
Yay!
Stroking.
Stroking. That's
I'm
what
sorry, we
I
got a
said.
child in here.
So the beautiful butterfly was,
She just
was
looked at me
born.
like that.
She was like,
She was like-
ain't when she followed her everywhere. She ain't heard nothing. She like, I heard all this.
She's educated on it.
Is she?
Yeah, she's a young advocate. Yeah.
That's good.
good.
That's really good. So tell everybody where they can find you and if they want to book you to come speak, because I know you do a lot of speaking engagements,
yeah.
right? Oh, in fact, you're going to be at Cass Cafe tomorrow singing, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'll be there.
yes.
I will be there.
So you sang. Can you
Yeah, I sang.
go and give
Us a
me
little
something? Look into the camera and sing to me. You notice how I said look in the camera and sing to me? See what I
camera
did?
there.
The camera
Yeah,
there.
the camera's there.
Okay.
Camera there and sing to me.
there. You like two cameras. Oh, and there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, it's a lot of cameras in here.
Okay, little snippet. Do you want R&B or you want gospel?
I want R&B.
Okay. All right. I won't be neglected. I won't be denied the pleasures of your kisses, the pleasures of your smile. I think you take me for granted that I'll always be here just because I love you. It doesn't mean I won't disappear.
Been so long. End of the song.
I'm missing you, baby.
Been so long.
I'm missing you, baby. He's got some mellow memories. Once upon a time, slowly lingering on me, and then lingering on my mind. Just let somebody love you. I just don't know why. Whenever I get close to you, you're running high.
So
I'm gonna leave it there.
long.
You know what? Let's get
Yeah, you better do that.
Man, that's a Who's from Detroit? What up, though? Y'all know what it is.
Ah. Where you from?
Cleveland.
Okay, Cleveland. Yeah, for sure. Midwest all day. I'm straight from Detroit, West Side. Dexter Davidson. What up, though? Y'all know what it is. I'm sorry. You know, hey, I gotta do that. You need. I'm saying, you already know.
Let's start it.
ATL, not a graded baby head insurance. What? Come on now.
I don't really think that
No,
go.
did you say that?
I don't really.
Well, people can reach me on Facebook, Lisa Faye. That's Lisa then Faye, Faye. And then, of course, I'm on Instagram. What's that? Lisa6858. And email address lisa48brit, BRITT, at gmail.com.
Give me your Instagram one more time. I'm sorry.
Instagram Lisa6858.
Okay.
But it's under Lisa Britt.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for being on the
Thank you,
show.
Lisa.
You have schooled us
Yes.
today because there's some things that I just
And
didn't
you
even
can
know.
Thank you.
Everybody can't sing, Anita.
Thank you for singing.
So you-
sang.
You singing covers tomorrow or original?
Covers.
Or is it like open?
It's like
Open mic
karaoke.
tomorrow? Oh, okay. Cool. Yeah, I'll be there tomorrow, 8 o'clock tomorrow. Cat's Cafe, you guys, downtown, 10th Street, 10th and Piedmont. Y'all come check her out. So, once again, thank you. We
Thank you,
appreciate
Lisa.
you for being on the show. Y'all can check out her
Anytime.
article in the Essence magazine and check her out on there as well.
Which that's the because you
December
can,
2006.
but you can still find it online if somebody.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. You
Oh,
still
yeah.
find it. Okay.
Just Google Essence in 2006, it'll come up. And with Puffy and Kim on the front of it.
Yes.
All right, you guys. Well, we'll be right back. Y'all know what time it is. It's time for that relationship segment. He said, she said. And we're going to come back with more of that in a few minutes.
We are.
All right, you guys. We'll be right back. In the Street with Tina B.
Mr. Ali, what up, Joe?
Stay tuned.
All men are not the same.
That's what he said. Can he call me instead of texting all the time?
That's what she said.
It's He Said, She Said relationship segment every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
On Global Vision TV, Status Network.
It's In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Ali, what up, Joe? All men are not the same.
That's what he said. Can he call me instead of texting all the time?
That's what she said.
It's He Said, She Said relationship segment every Tuesday at 7 p.m.
On Global Vision TV, Status Network.
It's In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Outley, what up, Joe?
What's up? What's up, you guys? It's In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Outley, what up, Joe? I'm sorry. Ladies, I'm sorry. I didn't speak to y'all today. Happy Tuesday.
Man.
I hope y'all keeping drown this wet Tuesday. Hey, ladies.
Okay. So y'all know this part of our show is our relationship segment part.
It is.
So I was looking at the, you watch the Breakfast Club too.
Religiously.
Okay, so you seen I don't know their names though. It's a guy and a girl. She's dark skinned, she's on a green shirt. They just lost their baby. Their baby
Styles
died.
P and his wife. Yes.
What do you get from that relationship? I got to see if you felt what I felt.
It's like functional dysfunction.
She runs him.
Yeah, and she runs him now because that's their second time on the Breakfast Club, right?
Yeah, I
And
didn't see it the first time.
I saw the first time, and they've been together since they were young adults, and I think she runs him a lot of. She runs okay. I think she runs him okay.
You think she runs? I mean, that's what I got from it. I don't know. In the Street with Tina B.
Mr. Outley, what up, Joe?
What's going on, y'all? It's your girl, Nisa K of Eat and Drink with Me.
Hey.
Hey, Nisa K.
What's up, Nisa?
Hey. Before I go into my official review for the week, I just want to say that today's show that I was able to catch, I think I caught it kind of from the beginning because I'm just getting off of work and heading back to the hotel, but very encouraging and uplifting and very informative with Miss Lisa Britt that just finished. So
absolutely.
Shouts out to the award-winning InDuStreet with Tina B and Mr. Outley What Up Though TV show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate that love.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. This is this week's food review. It's your girl Nisa K of Eat and Drink with Me, and Mr. Outley. Just like I said, I don't give everybody 10s. This week's review is New Orleans daiquiris, which is, and let me pull over because I got to stop and read this.
Okay.
Yeah,
listen.
Is it that good? Is it that bad?
Okay, she like.
You got to pull over.
Pull over.
I got to pull over so I can make sure I'm not in traffic while I'm doing this part. I'm not trying to get a ticket in Florida. I'm tripping.
Straight tripping, boo.
I can't be tripping like that. So here's the thing. I was at home, and I don't drive Uber anymore, but I used to do Uber Eats when I was doing my full-blown rideshare stuff. And but I use Uber Eats quite a bit, and so I had a taste for some some Creole New Orleans type stuff. And normally I will get it from Louisiana Bistro, which is right there, not too far for 85, still technically College Park. But this time I saw New Orleans daiquiris pop up, and I was like, oh, that sounds good. Looked at their menu, I was like, oh, that sounds really good. So I ended up ordering, they had dirty rice and braised collards and stuffed shrimp. And I was like, oh, well, let me get a dessert. Let me get a bread pudding, because I've been having some really nice bread pudding while I'm here in Florida. So I was like, yes, let's go ahead and do this. Yeah, so first of all, the food was over an hour late. I don't know what they were doing, but the driver got there, wasn't ready. It took him over an hour to get to me. And then, y'all, when they brought my plate, my food, the little rice looked like it had been under the warmer for about 3 days. The shrimp was salty. Basically, everything that I had was not good. And I ended up getting a full refund because it was ridiculous. So I went and looked on the health inspection
on the website, and their last inspection was on January 2nd of this year, and they got an 80. And my recommendation is always anything below a 90, don't do it. So I was very disappointed, and like I said, I ended up getting a full refund. As far as my rating on them, I gave them a 5 only because the collard greens wasn't that bad, but I will never order from them again. And this is New Orleans Daiquiri over in College Park, technically. So, New Orleans Daiquiri, not good. I do not recommend them. So, anyway, if you want me to go and check out any spot for you, you can hit me up at Eat and Drink With Me on social media. eatanddrinkwithme@gmail.com, and I'll definitely go check it out for you. And I'm the honest food reviewer, so if it's good, I'll tell you. If it's not, I'll let you know.
All right, thanks.
All right, so happy dining.
Thanks,
All right,
Nisa.
thanks, Nisa.
She gave a 5.
Yeah, that wasn't good at all.
A 5.
I don't do the Uber Eats anymore since I've been watching TV and stuff. I don't really like seeing like different videos where people was messing with your food or whatever. So it turned me off from ordering from them.
I have never done Uber Eats or DoorDash. I've never done any of that just because of the way I know how I am with food. I don't think I would ever do that. I would rather just call it in and go get it myself, because if my food gets to my house and it is not hot, and if it's a problem, there's going to be a problem. So I would rather just save someone a whole lot of discomfort
And go get it.
And go get it myself.
I heard that. Let me give a shout out birthdays to Davita, Michael, and Diamond, TLA.
Okay.
TLations. All them got, Capricorn season right now? Capricorn season right now. So happy birthday, you guys.
Happy birthday, TLations. Oh, no, but as you were saying earlier,
I didn't like her attitude at all. I think she was totally disrespectful toward her husband. And I think I just didn't like her attitude at all. And she was a dark sister, and I love my dark sisters, but I didn't like her attitude with him. I thought she was very disrespectful.
And see, I think part of the reasons why she can be like that is because the things he's done in the past. So as a man, I think he's like, okay, and he actually said it. A lot of times he don't want an argument because she'll still bring up old stuff. Okay.
I'm gonna let you have that.
I'm gonna let you have all that.
I'm gonna let you have that.
Yeah, because he had done so much dirt over the years.
Right. But why take someone? Why?
Go ahead.
Take someone back only to give them hell for the rest of their life. Why even, right? Why even deal with it? Like, if you know you can't deal with it, don't deal with it.
So I guess a better question would be and it kind of goes into what you're saying. If, the man is cheating, she finds out, he apologizes, his behavior changed, she says, I forgive you. But yet some women still bring it up. So is he really forgiven? Because based on what I was seeing in that video, it seemed like they argue all the time.
They didn't even have a conversation. They was arguing about just a simple conversation. And I can imagine what happens in the house, because
I was amazed. I was sitting there watching this interview, literally amazed. But then he said something. He was like, I'm very egotistical. He said, I want to win. And he's not romantic. I mean, these are the things that
he said.
He admitted about himself, the complaints that she's had. But yet, they've been together for at least 20 years.
Right.
So,
how did their baby die? Did they say?
I don't want to misquote it. My first thought was, I think it was suicide. I believe.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Yeah.
She was an older daughter.
Yes, it wasn't his biological daughter, I don't believe.
Oh, it was a daughter she already had?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
If I'm not mistaken.
Because I know they was like, could you have done something different? So I took it from that as well.
Yeah.
I was thinking that's what it was, but I didn't know the whole story or whatever. But I just didn't like just that little bit that I heard of her talking. didn't sit well
I saw
with
the
me.
whole
I
thing,
didn't.
and
I
they
just,
was just.
I don't like that.
It's a functional dysfunction, and I was just like, so they were on what's the show they do on VH1 where they bring the
They on marriage. Marriage,
marriage.
that house with marriage, whatever.
Yeah, the therapy, and I was just like, But he admitted that the doctor that they've been working with, it said he been helping them because the things they were trying to express to one another.
Marriage boot camp.
Marriage boot camp. The issues they would try to explain to one another, he was able to explain to them how to communicate with each other because they both be so busy trying to get their point across as opposed to listening to the other person. But it took him to kind of
listen.
And try to guide them through that.
Yeah.
And I was sitting there amazed, like this is a major problem.
But that's some deep stuff because you heard Envy when he said when cheating comes up, he runs. Like, I don't talk about it, but it's like you got to face what you did in order for a person to get past it, because a lot of times you want closure in order to get past it. But when it's lingering out there, it keeps, that questioning keeps coming up. Why, what, but if you just go on and sit a person down and say, this is why I did this. And maybe we should, you should do, pay me some attention more, or maybe I need more attention. Maybe, this is just who I am. Then a person will know what it is. But you cheated and I don't know why you cheated. It's so selfish.
So here's the thing. I believe most men in general are going to shy away from the tough conversations because naturally we don't necessarily want conflict with our women. That's first off, which plays a part with our inability to communicate or even learning how to. Now, as we grow, hopefully it gets better. But what I've learned in my experience is once I decided to, face those tough questions, it actually made things a whole lot easier because that's when you find out who you really are, what that person really think of you, when you can actually have those tough conversations because y'all don't expect us to talk. Mm-hmm. Y'all be shocked when we actually do. Mm-hmm. So I think if we're going to expect women to listen, again, we have to be willing to communicate and have those difficult conversations, even if it's us that's doing the wrong.
Yeah, that's true.
Accountability.
That's true.
Self-accountability.
Davida said, if someone makes you miserable and you choose to stay, don't complain.
Because you made a decision then.
Exactly. And that's why I said, if you forgive him, but still bring it up every time, then you ain't forgive him. So,
out of 10 women, how many of those women will still bring up old stuff after they've said, I forgive you?
7. 6, 7. I would say easy.
So, what if the man says, okay, well, you say you forgive me, it's been, say, a year and a half. His behavior has changed. Mm-hmm. But then there's those triggers to where, he might have been saying he was someplace that he actually was, but then in a woman's mind, it'll trigger something from before, and she'll bring that up, and then she bring it up to him. He'd be like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. Mm-hmm. You say you forgive me, but yet I still have this. So I guess, is it true that women will use the man cheating, even though she forgiven him, as a bit of a crutch to her advantage, even over time?
That can go both ways, because a man can use that as a crutch as well.
But
damn, I've been changed for a year. So you changing for a year justifies what you did before or what you're starting to do again. So it can be used as a crutch either way.
So what's the resolution? Where's the middle ground in that, if at all? If there is one? Because if
communication.
Okay.
Because when he find himself lingering again, he need to sit his butt down and have a conversation why he's lingering. Or if she feels like he is lingering, it needs to be pulled to a conversation to say, hey, I don't want to say it is, but I see a little, you doing some of the things you used to do. We okay? So it needs to be a communication there because if both sides are like ignoring and you see it, but she don't want to say nothing 'cause she don't want to ruffle. He don't want to, let her know so she don't get upset. So everybody just ignoring it.
So it's all in her approach and how she approaches it. Like, hey, are we good? Mm-hmm. Okay, because I think a lot of times, like men, we don't want to keep hearing that. Like,
We okay?
No, keep holding stuff over our head because
Of what you did before?
Yeah, even again, if the behavior has changed, and not justifying it, but all I'm saying is if you're gonna forgive, unless his actions dictate otherwise.
Right, that's what I'm gonna say. Like, okay, I can forgive you, but then 2 or 3 years come down the line, and then you doing it again, and I see the signs of what you did before. Then of course I'm gonna have to bring that to your attention. You know what I'm saying?
So it's really about her approach.
Yeah, anybody's approach.
Yeah.
And if he feels like he's getting ready to linger, then he needs to sit down too and have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? Because he knows that he's feeling a little jumpy. He knows that. Some girl at the office that he like, man, I wouldn't mind. Okay, when you get to that I wouldn't mind stage, you need to sit down somewhere and have a conversation with your woman and say, hey, let's do this more, or let's do this less, or whatever the case may be, because there's something there. It's like tunnel vision when you really into somebody, right?
Yeah.
And you don't even see people around you. Like, it's like nobody else exists. But then when it's a little something going on in the relationship, then you start seeing little bits and pieces of people over here. You like, oh, when you get here? Oh, I didn't even know you work here. Okay.
Because you know what?
So
we can lose focus. A man can lose focus easily. Even the most focused man, at some point, he'd be like, he could be looking like this the whole time. And then all of a sudden, he'd be like,
Sway. Oh. What, Sway?
Oh, then, okay, no. Okay, stay here. So, I mean,
And then if it's rocky at home, you really, okay. Now you letting the conversation come in, where before you wasn't checking for no conversation.
Right.
But now it's rocky at home. That's what I'm trying to say. So that's when you need to go home and like, babe, we've been fighting all week. What's the problem? Let's talk. Because we need to get this straight so that I can look at you again because I'm swaying.
You know what I think? I think every 90 days, there should be a temperature check between couples. Everything can be good, but every 90 days you just sort of be like, hey, we good? What's going on? Like, just I want to do a temp check just to see, am I making you happy? Is it something you feel like I
But see,
change?
people got to be honest though, because people will say,
but that's the point of it though.
Guys will be like, yeah, what? And the girl be like, I'm good. When they're lying.
And
I don't like when you leave the chair out and you don't wash the dishes when I clean up in those clothes. Pick them clothes up. You always leaving clothes everywhere.
And I don't like when you leave bobby pins all in the sink and you got your hair all on the floor. Now I'm gonna need you to get your little footy socks and your hair wraps up out the pillow now.
I don't use head wraps. So who the hell been over here? I didn't miss the movie.
You see how they try to flip it all the time, fellas?
Flip it a little bit.
That's the problem.
But if people would sit down and talk like that, though, then
but that would be the purpose of the
90
temperature
days.
check, to say, okay, we're gonna do this every 3 months, but let's commit to having an honest conversation
like
about
an oil change.
Yeah, but hey, you got to get that thing oil. So I think that's something that will help. But if both people say, you know what, whatever's going on after the 90 days, we gonna be honest, straight. Ain't nobody about to get mad. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen to you while you talk, and you go do the same thing. I'm not gonna say a word, and then let's talk about it. I think that would help.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea.
Yeah, every 90 days, let's have a temperature check.
Mm-hmm. That's like we say every 2 years. Trade partner. Like a car, every 2 years, get a new car. Trade the partner in. You go out for a little while. Come back.
What that mean?
Come back for about a month later.
So what you're saying is you be with the man for 2 years, then after 2 years, you be like, I'm about to go in here and I'm going to test drive another car for a month and see how I ride. And then you come back to your regular car.
Yeah. We have like a 6 month window, just do whatever we want to do, and then we come back, we're still married. Everything's good. Hey.
or relationship. So you said, okay, 2 years, then you take a 6-month little reprieve.
Yeah.
Then come back.
You come back.
470-251.
You know, ain't nobody going for that.
4707.
Ain't nobody going for that. I'm just saying, you know, that's just my little thing, my little mind.
It's probably some people out here who probably could do that.
Probably do.
They
You
probably
never
won't
know.
admit it though. You know what to ask you about? Did you see the little thing with Lonnie Love?
Okay, let me say this about that. Just because you got a white guy that you're dating now, don't mean you have to dog out black men. Do you? You happy, do you? But it don't mean you have to dog. I hate when people do that. Like, you know, yeah, I'm doing this. So them little people down there, that you don't have to dog people in order for you to come up. Just do you. So if he treating you right and he making you feel special, more special than you ever been with a black guy or whatever the case may be, that's fine. I'm happy for you. But don't say our black men don't know how to respect and how to be.
She said we don't know how to love a black woman. She said we don't know how to love.
Yeah.
And
not capable of loving and being committed in a committed relationship.
You know, okay, I listened to that soundbite about 6 times just because the way my analytical mind runs. And the first thing I thought was like, okay, obviously you've been hurt.
Oh, yeah.
Several times.
Had to.
But yet, coincidentally, with your dating choices now, you come out with this. Did you say this when you were hurt back then? Now, again, I'm not faulting her. She can have her opinion. I'm not saying it's good, bad, or indifferent. It's just cast a huge shadow over black men in general.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
And I think she's entitled to her opinion. I just thought it was very interesting. And I was also reading people's comments of what they thought.
Have you ever met Lonnie Love?
Absolutely not.
So therefore, there's one man that she haven't. You see what I'm saying? Like, we haven't met every man in the world to say all men is nothing. So you can't even say that. So for her to even put everybody in that boat, it's not true.
It's never a good idea to generalize a large group of people under one premise. It's just never a good idea. I'm sure one of her friends was like, "Oh, you know, you gonna get a little backlash from that. Like, you probably shouldn't say that."
Yeah, because if something happens with them, if he cheats or whatever, now what? What's she gonna come back and say at that point? Okay, well, I mean, don't even say that. Even Adrian was like, "Well, all men cheat, do something. All men do a little something." So you can't say, all colors. So you can't just say black man. 'Cause when she said it that day, Adrian said that on the show. Don't just put it all on one, because then if something happens with him, now you're gonna be looking crazy.
So when I was watching an interview, and I guess somebody read a particular study about the percentages of the races of men and who cheats the most, and it just so happens that black men were the highest percentage that cheat.
How do you test it?
Right.
Exactly. So
Who checks in? Oh, he cheat. Okay, he black.
Right. Where's the census report on this at?
like who are they asking? Where is this poll taking place at?
Right. So they went around dating different people to see, and the 10 that they dated, 7 of them was black and they all cheated. The other 3 didn't, or whatever. Because how many people did you date to get this? So that's my thing. You just don't know.
To say all black men cheat is just as bad as saying I was reading the guy say he didn't want to date black women because he said they all had bad attitudes. And to me, it's the same thing. And I'm like, the black women you met have bad attitudes. So I just don't. It just disgusts my soul.
You must have never met an Asian before.
Right?
They got bad attitudes.
It really
You
disgusts me.
stupid. But my thing is, everybody have their preference, because I love my black man. That's all I'm gonna say.
So what if somebody say so what you got against white men?
Right, exactly. That's why I say everybody got their preference, but I'm not gonna dog the white man out.
Right.
I just have my preference. I love my black man. That's it. Because when we looking at TV, and I can be like, how black folks do, I can say that. We can talk. Can we talk? My peoples, can we talk?
Let's talk.
Let's talk.
Talk about it.
We got any memes? Did I send some memes?
You know what? I was just so taken aback by that.
Yeah, that was crazy. They talking about she go to one wine tasting and now she. I'm like, they so stupid.
When you get into a stupid argument with Bay and want to apologize, but your crowd won't let you do that. Come on, now.
Why they had to use the thing though?
Now,
You sent it in, so you know.
now I'll be honest, right?
Oh my god!
I would be the one laying up under the covers because I go to sleep. Listen.
Oh my goodness!
In my younger days, I'm gonna say my 30s in particular, I would be the frog to go to sleep. I'd be like, I don't even feel like it. I'm gonna just go to bed.
See what you just said?
Yeah.
And won't get nothing done. Now she's got what I said. You gotta have that communication for her to tell you what is wrong before she go dip out or whatever or leave. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You have to get that opportunity to fix it. But you're under the covers, don't want to hear it, block her out.
And you know what happened when I tried to go to sleep?
What?
She was tossing and turning all night on purpose.
Yeah.
Breathing.
Yeah.
Trying to read, slamming the book down on the nightstand. And fine, I'll say it. Eventually, I did sit up, livid. Like, what? I literally sat up and was like, what is it? Because I was trying to go to sleep and I was wrong. I could have handled that a whole lot
better.
Yeah, I could have handled that better.
But that's why though. That's why people don't get anything done though. And they wake up the next day in the same position. You know what I'm saying? Like
it carries over.
It carries over, yeah.
It did. And even though, you know, we talked, actually did it carry over to the next day.
Did it?
Yeah, it carried over to the next day. Okay.
Oh, after you talked.
As we talked.
Oh, it still did.
It still okay. It carried over for 2 days, but whatever. It's not the important part. The
That's
important
why
part
some men
is
don't like
I
to
should have
talk.
did a better job in communicating.
What'd you say, Kush?
That's why some men don't like to talk regardless.
Yeah, 'cause it keeps
even
going.
after they finish, we like, are we good? Yeah, we good. Next day. So I was thinking, man, oh my God.
Yeah.
And then it's always carried over.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. Because we don't get. Ooh.
The
Don't.
closure with
Don't.
yourself.
Hold on.
Don't.
Did you hear what she just said?
Oh my gosh.
Say it one more time for the people. Say it one more time.
I said, no, hombre. ¿Qué pasa, dinero? ¿Quién se? El chalupa.
Like Kevin Hart tried to speak Spanish.
I'm just waiting for her to repeat it because
I said, yeah, you're right.
I say it again.
I said, my DJ is your right.
Y'all see what I did with? You see what I got to deal with? Do y'all see what I
I
had to
just
deal
felt
with?
like that was right there.
See,
Yes, you were right, sir.
she said I was right.
Yes, you were right. Because when I was younger, younger, I would do that. I would talk about it, and in the next couple of days, I'm still talking about it when it should have been over with that day when we talked about it.
You know what my mama said? My mama said, son, if you're eating and you're full, and you know, you might be some scraps on the plate, you throw it in the trash. When you get hungry again, are you gonna go back in the trash and pull that out? Because you done with it, right?
Makes sense.
I'm gonna let that breathe.
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all heard that.
That makes sense. That makes sense. It makes sense. It does. But that's time and growth to understand that.
I agree.
But too, it has to be some closure there though. You can't have a conversation and leave it open either.
Okay. About that and this women and this closer thing. Like, how y'all can't find closure within y'all self? Why do you need a man to have closure sometimes?
Okay, let me tell you why we need that closure. Because when it's a situation that you two are dealing with, or that you two are in, and it's kind of open, you don't know where y'all stand, and before you can make that move, because you want to be with this person, but before you make that move, you want to make sure it's completely done. because you hate to go somewhere else and then he's like, hey, come back, whatever, and then you like, dang, that's who I really want to be with. So you want to make sure you want to get closure on this situation. So basically we're not going to do anything. You don't want me, you're not feeling this. And he's like, nah, I ain't feeling this. Then you're like, all right, cool. Now we get my closure, I can move on to somebody else or give somebody else that energy, because we're not going to give nobody else that energy until we know y'all are done.
You know, we are done or you are done?
We're done.
That you done with him and not he done with you.
Yeah. We got to have
right.
both that energy. We're not going to give nobody else that energy until we know this situation is over with. And we need that closure in order to do that.
So you just got to wait for him to say it. If he'll never say it, you just going to let
Be
that.
lingering.
What? Yeah. Why is that? I don't
because
understand.
we
so,
like you. Because we like you.
But it's a self thing. Like, even if that's just like an abusive relationship. I don't know if he might not hit me this time. So I'm just we need closure before I just leave. No, you see it ain't right. Closure yourself and you'll be better with your.
It sounds easy.
Like
it sounds that easy, but y'all are very. We love y'all. So when it comes to that, it's hard for us to walk away.
We love y'all too. That's why we walk away.
That's why y'all walk away.
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because it's better to walk away than stay there and keep hurting. So
see,
you gotta. So you gotta.
That's how y'all feel. You know what I'm saying? We can't understand that though. Y'all walk away because of love. We stay in because of love.
And that's why
and that's the weirdest thing.
Yeah. And that's why we have he says, she says. So we can get an understanding about how we think.
Yeah, and it's all about self love. If everybody still love they self, you should have closure with yourself. Because there's a lot of issues now. Like a lot of people, even somebody SB still caught. I'm like, y'all have been like 10. What you mean closure? Like you. For real?
Yeah, because you didn't tell her what it was.
But I ain't seen you talk to you. We ain't did nothing. That's still like.
It doesn't matter. We need to hear you say it. Don't call me no more. We're done.
So we
deuces, and you like, oh. So you saying that's what?
Okay, so
don't call me anymore. We're done. And we like, okay then.
On the surface
level,
on the surface level, I've always felt closure was overrated. Exactly. I've always felt it was overrated on the surface level. Situations, like the one that you're referring to, I get that part. In certain situations, yes, maybe, it should be a conversation just so it's clarity on both ends. But I don't think every situation needs a closure, and I'm going to tell you why. Because even before closure even comes, two people kind of know. You kind of know. You just want to hear if the other person go say it or not. You already got it closed in your mind, and she got it closed too, but somebody got to say it. That's why I think closure is overrated. It just depends on this situation. I don't necessarily always need a woman to give me closure. I don't need that because I'm already going to know she don't want to talk to me. Closure to me is more so for self-gratification.
No, that's not true because of the simple fact. Let me tell you what.
I do agree with Nisha said. She said it took two to create it, takes two to end it. I get that.
But listen to me though. You said that it doesn't matter. You know that it's closure to it. But when if a woman that you feeling just walks away and don't say anything, you are wondering what the heck just happened. When you was calling every day or texting every day and coming over or she coming over, and then all of a sudden she just fade away, you looking like, what happened? It's not, you may not ask her what happened, but you still wondering what the heck just happened because everything was going good. That's closure.
And that's one of those, it's a situation that will warrant that, especially if the dude is feeling it. Or
that's what I'm saying.
Or
but
even if he doesn't get it, you know what tends to happen with men? As time go on and he never finds out, or even because he don't ask, he just let it fade off. Even if he feeling her, he'll fade off. Like, okay, well,
she don't want me.
She don't want me.
She don't want me.
That's what it is. She made.
Yeah, but y'all wonder what was it?
Nah, but you gotta get your. What I'm saying is self closure. It's just like, let's say you get fired from a job, you gonna keep worrying about why they laid me off. You just gonna go get your closure. All right, I'm fired. Let me just go do what I gotta do. You gonna keep you gonna keep waiting for your what you call a termination letter or whatever. You gonna keep do you really want to know the reason why, even though you're still gonna be fired? Like, I don't really care. Like, I'm not here no more. I ain't here no more. I don't really want to know the reason. I'm just not here no more. So let me go do what I got to do.
I want to know the reason why you fired me.
Why do women let that hinder
so
them?
I won't take that into the next job.
You won't.
I will.
Self-
if you
if you
tell
love
me
yourself
why you
enough-
fired
but
me
if you-
because I'm not sufficient in my job, then tell me that so that when I go to the next employment, then I won't do the same thing.
You know
I'll
you never
to
miss
do
days. You
better.
know all your work was done. You know you have never got a write up.
Right.
Why are you gonna still let them determine if you was a good worker or not? Like you know you didn't do nothing wrong. So why do they have to tell you what you did wrong? Like if it's nothing wrong, you could just be all the way right. You overqualified, so I'm just gonna just leave. You know what I'm saying? So it's never. You don't
Say
need
that.
that. You don't need that clarity all the time. That closure, and women and that's what makes you take it to the next one. You waiting for closures, so you can't move on. Like, you can move on if you just let it close. Like just let it go.
Okay.
Go ahead and apply for that other job, get a bigger, you know what I'm saying, bigger salary, and move on. And you won't worry about that last job.
That's
And,
true.
and this is
That's
why
true.
we have he said, she said, because the way he just explained that,
That was good.
I heard something go off in your brain. You like, I ain't never think about it like
Mm-hmm.
that. And Nisa K just, when Nisa said something too, I was just like, okay, it makes sense. It makes sense what she said. And this is why we do this segment, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully,
Get a better understanding of each other.
because we will never completely understand y'all. You hear me? But if
Accept
we try
that.
to,
we accept that.
We definitely
and that's
accept
how
that.
we can move on. We like, you know what? I don't know what she got going on, but
But you know what? That overqualified thing. Let's go back to that.
You know what?
what you want to talk about? Overqualified. Tim? What's up?
Overqualified.
You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, because guys will leave because she's too much.
But
She got-
because he have stuff he got to work on. You know what I'm saying? And even explaining that to a woman, she's not gonna get it. So I need to just go ahead and get me right. And if it'll work out, it'll work out. But right now,
But
ain't no-
why even test the waters if you see that she got it going on?
Some people don't know they can't swim till they get in the water.
Oh, it might get too deep. They
Might get
drown.
too deep. Like, hold
They
on,
might
wait.
drown in
It,
and
it
be
looked
like,
fun when they was
I-
doing it. This ain't for me.
I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I didn't fell deeper to the
Now
abyss.
let me go get some training and come back. Probably I ain't even gonna let them know I can't
Listen.
swim like that. That's an ego thing. I ain't gonna let them know I can't swim. But let me go get right.
I still want to take.
I still want to see what it's like though.
I still want to take that little dip.
See?
See,
You know?
that's
Hey.
the problem though.
But that's what
taking that
anybody-
little dip.
But you will never
This
know if you
fool,
don't try though.
I can't.
You never know if you don't
But
try.
why try and you know that
You don't know.
you ain't
Don't
ready
nobody
for it.
know. Don't
You ain't
nobody
ready
know.
for them waters. You ready for a little baby pool.
When
So-
you ain't ready for that deep end of the 10 feet.
Yeah,
You
no.
stay
You
where your
don't
feet
know.
can touch the bottom, bro.
don't know.
Because I'm gonna need you to have a scuba gear over here.
Oh,
I'm
she
saying.
said scuba gear.
There you go.
Okay,
That's what she said. Hey, listen, you gonna be beating up the microphone right now. Whew. Hey,
Oh my gosh.
But see, I think as men, like depending on the, if we know that we are attempting to be acquainted with a certain quality of woman in any realm, we want to make sure that we have ourselves on a certain plane, because you already know, like, it's levels to it. And we know a woman that may be out of our league. We may know that, but we be like, you know what? I feel good about myself today, so I'm going to try. And then we be shocked and surprised when y'all give us a time of day. So now we like, now what do we do? I
Like
don't
the
really know.
dog off
I
the
ain't know
chain.
if- I ain't know if she was going to give me her number. Now what do? I ain't even prepared, but I'm going to call her. No, dog, don't call her. Be cool, ice cold. Ice cold! But it's
So
it's
stupid.
I mean, it's
It's a lot of things though, man. It's a
It's-
lot. And
I don't
sometimes,
I-
sometimes you may want
I'm
that
so
woman who
confused.
may seem out of your league to help you up your game. Like sometimes I'm like, let me see, may help me
listen.
step my game up some. Let me just try this out. That may be the motivation I
Try
need.
this out.
Not try it out, but if I had a confidence to approach it and I see that it's working, it may help me step my game up and learn more about myself. Like,
ladies, let me look in the camera and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I don't even know if y'all have the slightest clue of the level of power y'all possess. Y'all have the ability to make a man wanna level up without even telling him. He could just be watching you and he'd be like, look at her. I need to get my stuff together. The power of a woman. You see that?
Yeah.
All that black girl magic. All that black. Shout out Teresa the Songbird. All that black girl
Magic.
Listen.
Yeah, shut up.
Man, look. Oh, ain't nothing like the power of a woman. Ooh, wee. Ooh. sweeter than a bowl of yams with extra syrup. I'm feeling some type of way right now.
Syrup?
Extra syrup, so sweet.
You put syrup in your yams?
I don't eat yams, but I know they sweet though.
Oh, they are sweet, but you don't put syrup in them.
No, I don't eat them at
Brown
all.
sugar. Say brown sugar when you
Syrup?
say that.
That what they
Swedish
just,
yams with extra brown sugar.
extra brown sugar. Okay.
Yeah, say that.
I ain't know though.
Syrup go in. Yeah, we got
Because I ain't
brown
from the
sugar.
south. That's what y'all do in the south. Mm-hmm. In the south.
With an F.
With an F.
We have any more? Yeah, brown sugar.
Scuba gear.
Faking a smile is easier than explaining why you're sad.
This is textbook depression.
Yeah.
It's really
So many people would go walk around saying, I'm fine. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I'm okay.
it's
So many people walk around saying that. So you just write it off like, oh, okay, and keep it moving. But when they are underlying going through a lot of things, you know, behind that smile, behind that laughter, behind that, you know, facade, so to speak. So you have to really communicate with people, because there's so much people going through that people don't realize that they're going through. A lot of people are, I seen this article today, working but broke. Right? Don't have a place to stay, don't have any money after paycheck. You just got paid and still broke. And you thinking, you know, everything is good. They you know, driving around and, you know, but they're barely making it. Every homeless person not outside. Under a bridge. It's just not.
I guess the theme for today, ladies and gentlemen, is communication. And you're right, people are going through stuff. You know what I think? I think pride holds people back from really, you know, saying what's going on. Fear of being judged.
Judgment.
Yes.
Say that.
Fear of being judged, and that's valid. And that's valid. But I'm hoping everybody that's watching has at least one person that they could talk to and not feel like they're being judged, or somebody when you feeling like you at that lowest point. You know, of course, you want to talk to God, but, you know, having somebody in a physical form that you can talk to.
Yeah.
Because it gets tough. I mean, we've all been there. It happens.
Yeah, it does. And a lot of people, scared to be judged. As soon as you tell something and somebody's looking down on you, nobody wants to be looked down upon. That's like the worst thing ever, to tell somebody something and they got their nose tooted up, or, well, I thought you had, you know, those questions. You know what I mean? I thought you had them.
Speaking of, y'all didn't see that little video, Young Jock driving.
Yeah, and everybody was dogging him
that type
out.
of stuff right
Yeah,
there.
right
and that man
there.
own the clubs, and everybody
Yeah.
knows Jock. Like, you
Yeah.
don't know why he doing it. And the people who riding probably didn't even have a car.
Right.
Probably don't even have it. And
Right.
they trying to talk about this man.
Right.
Because they see him. And that's why people
Don't say anything.
That right
like
there.
the guy in the grocery store that used to be on the Cosby Show, remember?
Yeah.
When they
And
seen him in
Lowe's,
there
wasn't
and
it
dogged
Lowe's?
him.
And he was
Lowe's,
just chilling.
yeah.
That somebody seen him, went
Working,
viral.
yeah.
Now he want to get booked. Like, y'all ain't been
He was just in the episode of Power.
Yeah.
He was on the episode of Power.
Yeah, Tyler Perry gave him a job.
And, that's
And
what
now
I'm
he's
saying.
doing
Now
Power
that's
stuff.
pity, pal. Now I don't even want it. That's pity. You know I've been here.
Well, nobody know where he was at, though.
Yeah, but
He just fell off and then he
Why?
started working. He was working.
you know, because like you said, people don't pay attention to people. He been around these people already. For him to fall off and nobody even think about him until that,
Yeah.
come on. Something had to
It
happen.
can
Everybody's so
be an
busy.
insult.
Yeah.
But I mean, they dogging Jock out, and now he's to the point where he's saying, "Oh, I'm teaching kids how to, you know, to earn money. You ain't got to make up nothing to do you?
I mean,
You got to survive. You got a wife. You got a family.
He really do stuff out here and, you know, create opportunities for people. Like, I don't know exactly, but I see him at these clubs. I be at Boogalows, and he own venue. I know some DJs he hired to host it. So I know some people. I'm like, bro, he got too many connections to fall like that is what I'm saying. Like, I don't know nobody's situation for real. Everybody money different. Everybody broke is different. But he wouldn't have to go like that for me seeing him out here.
But
working.
even if he did,
But even
who
if he did, ain't
cares?
no problem
Like,
with
he
it,
still, it's better than him out here robbing and stealing somebody
And
if you're going to go out there and
you
work.
still know who he is, though.
Right.
Like, you know who he is.
Yeah.
You do this.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So
The
all
internet
that
is
don't
a
goes
cruel place.
down.
all that don't even matter. Like,
The internet is such a cruel place.
It can be a blessing or a curse.
It can be, and to see people, I think that's the one thing that really irks me more than anything else is how judgmental people can be based on someone's situation. I'll be slow to give an opinion if in my mind it may come off judgmental, and because I don't judge people. So if that man out there getting that Lyft, let me tell you something. I'm mad I can't do Lyft or Uber. They wouldn't let me.
Why?
Because, my past life, I had did some things.
Oh, gotcha.
And they feel like,
Okay.
yeah, they feel like I'm a, especially when that stuff came up, people fighting and, when you got,
Yeah, you be done threw somebody out the darn car.
Yeah, but I'm like, why y'all ain't gonna let me? Yeah.
I hate when people do that. I don't judge people. You do what you do. You date who you date. You like who you like. I just don't care. It don't have nothing to do with me. Why should I care? It don't have anything to do with me. So I'm not gonna pay his bills. Are you gonna pay his bills for him? Then don't worry about how that man make money.
Exactly.
So
exactly.
I don't get it.
And then it's all fun and games until it knocks on their door.
Right.
And
then they got to go drive for Uber, and then somebody talking about them. Girl, I thought you had money. You riding for Uber? Mm-hmm. You got to do what you got to do. Oh, there's our caller. In the street with Tina B.
And Mr. Ali, what up, Joe?
Yo, what's up? I know y'all remember who voices it. I was just calling to holler at y'all, man. That's all.
What's up? How you doing?
Appreciate it. What's up with you, man?
My name's Fred, man, on the south side, Flint County, Riverdale.
Okay, you watching on the big screen?
Yes, ma'am. I love watching out through the big screen TV.
That's what's up.
My man.
We appreciate you watching every week.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a good night.
Yes, ma'am. You too.
All right.
I'm gonna tell you one of the most and I don't mind sharing it. One of the most humbling experience that I've ever had when I was in a situation when I was 20 and I think I turned 21, and I had I tried to go back home to my mama, and I said, Mama, I don't have no place to go. Mm-hmm. And she brought me in the house and we talked, and she said, son, you got to go to a shelter. And she said it with tears in her eyes. So I went to a shelter. I wasn't there for a very long time, but I know what that feels like. So when I see people homeless, even watching that man getting his lift, and everybody want to judge, but I'm telling you, when they knock at your door, your whole attitude is gonna change. That's why I don't judge people. I when I see them kids on the corner selling them waters for $1, and I know I got a case in my trunk, I still buy a bottle of water because them kids can be doing anything. Mm-hmm, you know what I'm saying? So leave that man alone. But
that's how I feel about it too.
I will say, can I just flip gear just one quick second? Because I want to know what you think about this. So Trick Daddy was arrested, right? Yeah. And internet was calling him. Yeah. I saw somebody post something, and they went back to something he said about black women a couple years ago on the post. Mm-hmm. And he was saying how black women need to tighten up. He said, y'all need to start keeping your hair done and doing all this and all that. And as soon as he got arrested, you saw black women putting these memes with all these wigs on his head. The man's sick, though. Yeah, my point exactly. Mm-hmm. So the reason why I brought that up, because look how you was just trying to dog these black women just a couple short years ago, but now the tables have turned. And even though it's in a forced situation, I hope he gets help with whatever. I hope he's well. Yeah. But you got to be careful about what you say.
Well, a lot of times, too, that's for show. He might have been trying to impress somebody else for some money. If he down and out like that, like he was, he might have been just trying to impress a certain kind of company just to keep them on his side, to keep giving him money or keep giving him somewhere to stay, because you don't even know what his situation is. Ain't nobody checking for Trick Daddy. So
you said that as a matter of fact.
Don't nobody care what Trick Daddy doing. Ain't nobody checking for him. So that don't faze me. So I'm tight. I'm just saying. Shoulders.
All that.
We got any more?
Oh wow! I had to bring it. I was like, that was really on my mind because the black woman, they was just getting him.
I didn't even see it. That picture though. Introducing your significant other to your friends for the first time.
Is that how y'all? That's how excited y'all be? And that's how excited y'all be? Matter of fact, answer me this. Give me the conversation a woman has with her girls right before she knows she's about to introduce her SO to them for the first time.
And that we're gonna introduce you
to
somebody, or you introducing us to somebody?
You're introducing your dude to your friends for the first time. What is the conversation like between you and your girls before
Nothing.
that? Are you excited?
Girl, that's him. No.
That how you do it, girl?
Girl, that's him right here. I was telling you about this.
So you not like the girl on the meme?
That'll be you probably introducing her to your family or whatever. Girl,
Really?
he about to introduce me. That'll be that look.
That's the look she'll have.
He about to introduce me to his friends.
Is that how y'all be?
Sometimes.
Do it one more time for the camera.
Depending on if we like him or not. Yeah, we'd be excited.
You
We'll
be
be
like, girl,
excited
I'm about to meet his friend.
Or his family or whatever. Girl, he introduced me to his family. So, yeah. He's so stupid.
So I'm trying to figure out how do men be when, like, if a dude about to introduce.
If we tell y'all, hey, I want you to come over, I want you to meet my mom, come over for dinner or whatever. How do you feel? Like, the first time you met your wife family or girl family, how did you feel? Did you like, all right then, I guess. If you say so.
I was just like, okay, that's cool. It wasn't like because if somebody if a lady introduced me to her mama, I would tell them off the bat. First of all, mamas like me. Everybody mama like me. I ain't worried about that. Mamas like me. I mean, they just do. Now, if it's the father, I ain't really tripping because I'm a man. He a man. Like I've never been like intimidated or scared to meet a woman's father because as far as I'm concerned, he put his pants on same way I put mine on. But there's a level of respect I'm going to give him. You know what I'm saying? Because that is a father. But I was never nervous. But mamas love me.
Got you.
Everybody mama love me.
Everybody.
Everybody mama love me. Yeah.
Okay, that's what's up. Good for you.
You a hater. I be the dude like my mama be like, so what happened to? I liked him. Oh yeah. Cause I'm cool. You see, mamas know. Mamas are very smart. They'll know. Be like, they'll tell their daughters like, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but what if your mamas know that you know, they like a certain person, but you don't? And mamas know. They're very smart. You know what you just said?
First of all, my mama go like everybody. She like, you like it, son, I love it. So my mama the type, if I start talking to you and she didn't invited you to eat before, she gonna invite you again and she ain't gonna care what I say or how I feel. It's like a game with my mama. Like if you win, you win.
Oh wow.
She love everybody. That's just how she is.
Got you.
Y'all just can't keep coming back. My mama house eating my food.
Right, right.
Listen, if I ain't talking to you, you can't
you
talk
ain't
to
go
my
with that
mama.
Right. Have it ever been a situation where your mom invited somebody over there and then you going over there? Just to go over there and you see her over there?
I love my mama. That's all I'm going to say. I love my mama.
That situation.
That's her house. And that's
right, but I'm just saying, if you go over there and they're there, what do you do though? You leave or you stay?
I'll stay because she didn't cook something, so I'm coming to eat.
Oh, so y'all just sitting there, big family dinner.
I'll be looking at Daddy Nate like, I heard that.
You see what I did?
I'm not even going to acknowledge that.
So they having a big family function. And then you tell your new girl, yeah, I went with my mom and old girl was there and we all sitting down eating dinner and talking, having a good conversation. Now, how your new girl gonna feel?
Well, it looks like our time is up, ladies and gentlemen.
Whoa!
We only got 1 minute left as always.
That's all it takes sometimes is 1 minute. Hey, good strong 1 minute. Hey, you can find me at TLAMGMT. TLA. He's still trying to figure out this 1 minute. TLAMGMT or hashtag TLA.
You can find me on Mr. Outly75 or MrWhatUpDoe.com. You know what it is.
Thank you guys for always tuning in. We'll be in
Yes.
these streets this weekend. I'm going to go check her out on Cat's Cafe tomorrow. On Sunday, I'm doing a runway class, so if you're interested, hit me up. You got anything in these streets?
This Sunday, come on down to backstage. Al Karim Temple 242, Crazy Team, the Body Snatchers. We having our yearly Martin Luther King Day party at backstage, 8 to until. Come on down, holla at us. The
$10, right?
$10. The Body Snatchers. You know what it is.
That's right. Well, y'all come check that out. All right, you guys. Well, thank you so much for tuning in every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m.
Yeah.
This is the ATL's hottest online show, In the Street with Tina B.
And Mr. Owley, what up, Joe?
Good night.